Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and head up. It's cold, it's a little windy and blustery out, so hopefully the wind you can still hear. But we had to actually buy coats because if you know anything about our family, we've been traveling full time in our RV, and generally we go south for the winter. So being that this is so chilly, it's a little different for us. So we are having the RV parked back where I just came out of, and that's where we are staying because we bought an Amish house and there is no electrical, plumbing, basically anything. And I'm heading up this way. I'm excited to see how these bushes, this is the well house, how these bushes kind of blossom and bloom in the spring. But right now it's cold. But the well house, so right now if we want to get water, we have to have our hoses kind of stretch to the camper, and Matt has to come up here and start a gas engine to get the well to pump water so we can fill our tank. This is not ours. So we can fill our tank. When we first got here, we were running on only our solar because there was no electric at all. But about a week and a half after we were staying here, we were running off of generators and propane and all of that because it's been so cold. But we were able to get, there was a long time ago, power to this building over here. And so we were able to get the electric company to come and put power to this building so we could hook the RV up and at least to be able to have heater and our oven, things like that. So it's been interesting. But anyways, we struggled with bringing power up to the house. So after long discussions, we decided that we were going to stick with the house being off-grid. So Matt is in the basement, which is down here, hooking up solar, which the basement is atrocious right now because we are ripping out some of the wood and stuff like that in it. But I'll see. This is real life. It's really bad in here, and there's no lights except for if we're running off our generator. So this is the basement. Matt, wave. Wave. Hooking up solar. And we took down some of these walls because some of them had some water damage. Not anything major, but some water damage and stuff like that. And we wanted to just open up this basement. We just got this pellet stove to put down here. It's a little cold. It's been in the 10s and the teens at night. And there's a wood stove upstairs, which I'll show you, and we'll get to the upstairs here in a moment. Okay, so leaving the basement, I can go upstairs. It's just hard to get to right now. There's steps to go upstairs right there. But we're kind of excited to get maybe some chickens. I don't know. And sheep. I don't know. We have 25 acres, so pretty much to the top of that hill, those trees here. You can see this fence line right here, and then the barn. The barn does need cleaned out, and it's in the bones are good shape, but it's full of manure, deep, that needs cleaned out. So, and then also you can see it needs some paint. So I'm going back up here. Let's just go this way, to the ramp. This is actually the warmest day that it's been for a while. It's 39 out. We've been running off, when we need to work on the house, we've been running off a generator. So we figure the generator can charge the batteries if we have any time, a backup, because we haven't bought the solar panels or anything like that, just the system and the batteries right now. There was a pole that was placed here. There. As you can see, it's not hooked up, and we decided we don't want to hook it up. So you can see that is the outhouse that the Amish family was using. It's actually a double outhouse. there actually is another outhouse way up in the front of the property by that big building I showed you earlier. So bear with us with the mess because we're doing all kinds of plumbing and electrical. Okay, so this I did just mop last night. So when we bought it, there was no electric. There was like a little, they had started putting in wires under like the baseboard and stuff, but like it was not, outlets weren't put in, switches weren't put in, lights weren't put in, nothing like that. So Matt was able to put us hookups for washer and dryer up here. And then we have all the baseboard. Luckily, all the trim was still in the house. So we can put that back up. But this is just like a little mud room. I still need to clean up like the sink and stuff like that. And then from the mud room is the kitchen, and we have all kinds of supplies in here because if you can see, there's no like normal appliances that you would see in a normal kitchen. We have this beautiful like Amish wood cook stove, but that's it for appliances. So we did order some appliances, so we will be just taking these down and reconfiguring them. I don't want to just redo the whole thing. We'll probably put new countertop because I think that the layout's gonna be different. So I think we'll have a regular oven over here, maybe a dishwasher and a refrigerator. And then we'll just reconfigure these. We may end up putting, this is actually one big piece and this is one big built-in piece, but Matt said he could probably slice it right there and use these two cabinets over there, and these two cabinets that will be above the oven, maybe in the laundry room. So anyway, that's our big mess. And this is the basement steps that go down to the downstairs. So you can see the big atrocious mess down there. We'd like to get in and move in. I'm seeing here. This is the pantry where we've got nothing but just empty cardboard boxes, so we can use these kind of for fire starters in the oven, but we'd like to get moved in ASAP. There is a giant ice/snowstorm coming this way that they're calling for potentially like 2 inches of ice or like 12 inches of snow. I don't know. That's probably going to end up being our countertop. I think we may end up putting an island in here for prep space, and maybe we can do our videos together there. Haven't decided yet, but this is the cook stove. No, this is the wood stove. This burns our logs, and we did get this cart. And this is actually I guess this would be the main door. So this is that deck that you saw. So it's a beautiful view. I'm excited for spring. We've been using our cart to bring up wood. Luckily, there was still some wood in this wood shed that was already seasoned and split. So we're able to use that for most of this season. That's our cute little light we bought. Matt put those in also because there was no exterior lighting either. Okay. This was, we'll go up here in a moment. That's the upstairs. This is like the living room. This is what they would call their sewing room. So it kind of goes, I love this because I'm a pacer and so is my daughter. And we like to like go around islands. We have that island in our RV that you've seen. And so you may find us pacing, and this is like mega pacing because as you can see, it goes all the way around. So kind of love that. I love the floors. These are oak hardwood floors. They came with them. I did just mop them, except for there was something sitting right there. I wasn't able to move it. It was really heavy. Matt moved it for me today, so I'm going to vacuum and mop that little area. And then this is another door to the outside. Sorry if you hear construction saws. This is actually going to be the master bedroom, but because we're trying to rush to hurry up and get in here, we put a lot of this stuff in here, and we figured we can shut this door off, and we don't even care if we just throw a mattress on the floor here from the RV and stay in here during this cold snowstorm. This is what they had as a bathroom. As you can see, there's no hole for a toilet because they did not have toilets. They went outside to use the outhouse or used a dry toilet. So we're gonna have to put these toilets in, and I think we're going to put the shower here and use this sink and put it over here, and then the toilet here, I think is what Matt decided. We were gonna put a shower here, but we didn't want to mess with the trim or the window. We wanted to leave that how it was. So we said, why don't we just swap the two? Okay. And then we're trying to decide, these are just two small closets in this master. We're trying to decide if we want to bring these two walls out to meet and just put a small half bathroom and a small little closet. Again, we're used to really small. This is a huge shock for us. That's the outhouse I was showing you. So I don't know if you can see, maybe we'll see it better from the upstairs, but you can see that pile of dirt and that pile of dirt. That is, we had somebody come out and do our perk test to see if we can put in a septic so that we can add the bathroom. Okay, so let's go upstairs. There's no electricity up here at all. We haven't even started running wires up here. The steps are kind of steep, but they're beautiful. Okay, so this flooring is not real hardwood floor. I wish it was, but it's not. It's like a vinyl click lock, I don't know. But the trim and doors all is. So there's 4 bedrooms up here. They're almost all exactly the same. You can see that's where we have to walk back and forth, which normally isn't a big deal, but when it's only a few degrees outside, it's very cold. You can see Haley bringing the dogs up for the day. They absolutely love it in here. They love the running and the playing and all the things. Okay, so there's another bedroom over here. I don't know. These came in the house. The rest of the couch is not here. I don't know what they're here for. We'll probably just, I guess, throw them away. So you can see the pasture over out this window. Okay, and these are all pretty similar. They all have a small little closet. The kids are excited to have their own own room and own space. I don't know. I like showing the view out the window because that's one of the things I absolutely love, because in the RV, we don't always have a view in every angle. And then this is like you can see really nicely, the pasture out there. This is like the end of the hallway to the steps and then the last bedroom. But yeah, we don't always there's not a ton of windows, and the windows that are there are small, and oftentimes when you're in an RV park, you don't have a lot of privacy, so you end up, there's one of the Amish coming down the road to see if I can catch the view. And there's still a lot of Amish in the area. I do know that our neighbor, we were told, we haven't got to meet them yet, but they are an Amish greenhouse. So whatever we can't grow, we might be able to get from them. And then that's the neighbor's cows. And I believe that, where's my finger? Okay. I believe that is an Amish schoolhouse. Okay, so I forget what I was saying. I'm sorry if I cut my own self off because I saw one of the horse and buggies, and I think those are always fun to watch. But I think I was saying something about the windows. We don't always have privacy from the RV, so we have to keep the blinds closed a lot. So I'll just show you one of the closets. They're all pretty much the same. the measurements are all the same in the upstairs. So I think that's all. I'm going to go ahead and see if Matt needs any help so that we can get things sorted out, so we can get maybe some things to sleep in here tonight or tomorrow, which will be nice and exciting because it's getting very cold out in the RV at night. We've already had busted water line. We've already had a bad battery while we were running off of our solar and going to get propane every day or two in the cold. And we don't really, this is kind of out in the country. It's kind of far from like places to go fill propane and gasoline. So obviously we'd like to get away from that. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. I hope you'll stick along with me as we go through this new adventure together. Our kitchen may look a little bit different and I may have a little bit of delay in getting things out just because we're trying to get things in order here. But I hope that you guys will stick with me. And even though we're not traveling and it's not so small, grains in small places, it's kind of a larger space, but it is a small town. So I think it still sticks. As you can see, the dogs are enjoying exploring the place over and over every time they come. They love to run around this big circle we were talking about also.
No, put it right here, right here. Right here.
Sit on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get on it.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Okay, I'm good. I don't want to go backwards. They only had these blow-up tubes left at the store, so we had to improvise and got one of these little hot water tank pans.
Yep. My foot though.
What are you doing? He's good.
You sure you're on your foot?
Woo! I hope you enjoyed this little tour and a little taste into our life. We really wanted to stick with kind of more of the freedom lifestyle of like, because we've been traveling for 10 years with little expenses. So that's why we chose to do off-grid, so that we wouldn't have tons of monthly payments. So it's just been a goal of ours to kind of have that freedom, I guess. So hopefully you will bear with us and enjoy continuing watching content from Grains in Small Places. Thanks for stopping by.